Happy Memorial Day weekend. Oh yeah. It's Sunday afternoon and it's been raining since yesterday afternoon. It started at 12 o'clock and it's still pretty funky. But let me tell you what I'm up to. That's right, the excavator has got a job. And what's happening here is that I'm being subcontracted by Equinox Landscaping to fix a few problems. But what they really wanted me to, the reason why they wanted me out here, because they needed that machine right there. Okay, so apparently the city has come out here and determined that this washout, and also over there's a retention pond, is incorrectly done, and there's a lot of problems. Apparently years ago some contractor came out here and he tore this parking lot up. I mean, he cut all these different patches in here in count of 1, 2, 3, and then this huge one. But being that this parking lot slopes really, really bad all the way down to this retention pond, over the years, you can see what it's done. Now, I've already put this vapor barrier. I was up here Saturday morning before the rain started and put this big piece of vapor roll down, because we don't have any of those erosion socks yet, because everything's closed, so we can't get anything. So I told owner of Equinox, I said, look, I'm going to go ahead and start staging, because they're going to be out here Monday with their crew and their trucks fixing the problem over there at that retention pond, and I'm going to show you that in a second. My job with the excavator is, like I said, I was out here Saturday and I already swept up this pile, because this entire thing was a huge, as you can see, it's a huge runoff. It just, all this gravel, this ABC, is washing down and basically just clogging up this corner. And whoever, like I said, whoever worked on this years ago dumped a bunch of rock over here. What they should have installed over there, but what they did is they created a barrier, you know, a washout barrier. And you can see over the years, look at how much gravel is packed in there over the years. And this is just flooding it into this area here. Okay, now my job is to cut, because there's no access back here, and I'm going to show you this in a few minutes. This is the only possible trail that you can get even near this retention pond, and I've got to make a trail. Okay, that's my job, is to cut a trail through here. All right, let's go in here. They look like they tried coming down in here, because there's another huge vapor barrier buried under a mountain of crap, which I need to get that out of there, cut through here, and then inlay this vapor barrier and put a bunch of rock. And we got 2 truckloads of sludge coming Tuesday, hopefully. But anyway, let me get us through here. So we can basically get equipment back here. That's what it boils down to. So my job is to make this path. And you'll see this in a second here. Okay, here we go. Here's the back of the property. Now, as you can see from that berm, there's no way to get back here. That is the only access point that we can find. So we gotta do something with it. And the way they install these rocks, it's not correct. It needs to be more. In other words, it's too high in here. All this has got to be removed. It's got to be dug out a little bit, and then all the stuff's got to be put back. But the real problem is this. is this has all got to be cleaned up. That whole hill's got to be cleaned up. All the trash has got to be picked up. There's a bunch of trash in here. This is the problem. This has been bermed. The county, the city gigged them on this. So this is, and the problem is we can't really we can get the excavator over here, but it's such a sloping hill right here that the only way I can get up even near this is to come down here at the bottom and work upwards. So that's really the only way I can play with this one. Excavate the rock out of there and then create this shape. This is what they got gigged on right here. And then they're bringing in a pump, hopefully Monday, but Monday's a holiday, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get anything. But again, what's happening is there's a secondary drain that's clogged, and it's not letting this water get out of here. And that secondary drain is right there. You can see it where all that rebar is, or those posts, those metal posts. Well, it's under the water even further, and it's not draining. Okay, so that's a problem. And then that. Look at that huge washout. All that's got to be backfilled in with rock. That hill's got to be cleaned up. All the leaves and everything have got to be cleaned up. So there's one drain right there that comes off the parking lot. That's been bermed incorrectly there. This is clogged here. This hill has to be cleaned up, and we got to get it to drain over here. We found it the other day. It's right down here. Let me make sure I don't bust my butt because it's steep down in here and I don't have any real sticky shoes on. But anyway, there it is. The drain is underneath there. Let me see if I can get up in there without falling and busting my ass. Okay, there it is. See, there's barely any water coming out of this thing. And then this feeds off over here and goes to wherever. Okay, let's go back up the hill. Let me find another way. Like I said, I don't have the right boots on. I slipped over here the other day. I had tennis shoes. When I was over here Saturday, I had tennis shoes on. And down here, fell down the hill. But anyway, okay, so there's several problems with this. And the inspector came out and said, you guys, the church, this is a church, has to fix it. Or they have to contract somebody to fix this thing. Well, apparently they did, but whoever they contracted the last time didn't do a very good job. Let's see if I can get up through here. I see a little gap in the bushes. Let me squeeze through. Okay. All right, so that's the project. Happy Memorial Day. Also, thank you everyone that's getting on my channel. All I can say is thank you. The channel has exploded in the last 3 weeks. I got an email from YouTube, and the channel has grown 531%. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. It helps me bring you these videos. Because as you know, I got a job, I got a farm, and I also have to get the time to do all these multiple videos for you. So all I want to say is thank you again, and happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. So that's the project. And it's been rented for 4 days. So I'll be out here for the next 4 days trying to figure it out with Equinox Landscaping. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned, share, like, subscribe, leave those comments, and I'll talk to you tonight.